For those staying with us, we explore ways virtual reality can help advance medicine. Kat Wise has this encore report from our Breakthrough series.
A quiet journey through a scenic woodlands, a dangerous leap between two buildings, a tour of the International Space Station, lifelike experiences made possible these days through the lenses of virtual reality headsets. The technology now used to battle evil was first used more than 20 years ago to help patients overcome phobias. Since then, virtual reality use in the medical field has come a long way.
OSO VR allows you to practice modern surgical techniques anytime, anywhere.
A growing number of medical schools are using VR to help students practice operating room skills.
Hi, sir. What brings you to the emergency department today?
To engage in realistic patient interactions and to learn the intricacies of the human body. Some hospitals are now using VR to counsel patients about complex interventions and to help reduce stress and pain during difficult procedures.
Here in Oakland, California, the UCSF Benioff Children's Hospital is among the first in the country to take pediatric patients and their families on a virtual reality tour of their own brain.
Straight down to it. And actually, did you want to grab it?
Roughly 36 patients ages 6 to 18 have taken the virtual tour prior to having surgery for cancer, epilepsy, and several other disorders. The technology, which generates a virtual model of a patient's own anatomy from CT and MRI scans, was developed by a startup called Surgical Theater.
Mom and Dad, see me? We're going all the way inside Jade's brain.
The family's tour guide is also their neurosurgeon, Dr. Curtis Augusti.
I tell people all the time, as I'm preparing for surgery, scrolling through MRIs, if only I could shrink myself down to this small and insert myself into this space and just take a look around. And that's effectively what you can do with this technology.
Dr. Augusti has been performing brain surgeries on children for more than a decade. He's often had to convey complex information using plastic brain models, 2D images, and even paper and pen.
And then I have the same conversation using VR. It's just like the clouds part, and they have just this epiphany that, oh, that's what you were talking about. It still kind of gives me goosebumps because these kids, they just really engage with it.
It went into the building. They have a tactical in there too.
The virtual worlds of video games are a welcome distraction for Jake Levin, a 15-year-old from Reno, Nevada, who often has more serious matters on his mind.
On the bed.
Jake has epilepsy. He's been having almost daily seizures, like the one in this home video, since middle school. Recently, they've prevented him from playing his favorite sport, basketball, competitively. But Jake and his parents finally have some hope, an upcoming surgery to remove a small area of his brain causing the seizures. Before then, they were anticipating their first virtual reality experience.
When Dr. Augusti mentioned it to us, I just thought that was so cool. As strange as it sounds, I want to see the piece of tissue that's caused all these problems.
I had one buddy who kept texting me saying, have you flown through your brain yet? Have you flown through your brain yet?
That day finally arrived.
Hello. Hey. How you guys doing? Nice to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Dr. Augusti began the session by showing the family a rendering of Jake's head with electrodes that were implanted several weeks before to determine where his seizure activity was occurring.
You can see how we strategically placed all these electrodes.
Then it was time to go inside.
You guys think you want to fly a little bit? Everybody strapped in here. Keep your hands and arms inside the ride at all times.
After orienting the family in the new space.
Okay, good. Now stop for a second, Mom. Look over your right shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. And then Jake and Dad, do you see Mom and me?
Yep.
All right, good. So here we are.
Dr. Augusti led them to the trouble spot.
All these electrodes here, these turquoise little dots, quiet, 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 until we get to here. Until we get to electrode number 3, and this is the source of your epilepsy.
The red, orange, and yellow dots represent the electrical activity causing Jake's seizures.
The good news here is that this is a very, very safe. It's actually the preferential place to be for brain surgery.
While still exploring, I asked Mom and Dad what the experience was like.
It provides a visceral experience compared to looking at 2D models. It's just incredible. It's just amazing.
I mean, I was excited about it, but this was like 10 times better.
As for Jake,
It's so much cooler than the video game. I'm feeling much more confident than I thought I would.
but virtual reality does have its skeptics.
Right now, virtual reality has a lot of hype behind it.
Michigan State University's Marissa Brandt has been studying virtual reality trends for the past decade.
I think that there's a lot of potential benefit, but we don't want to be premature about it solving a lot of problems. If we want this to be a caring technology, we really have to make sure that it's something that's for and helps connect people, not something that's used to disengage.
Dr. Augusti agrees. He's been consulting for free, for now, with the company that designed the technology, but he says his patients are his first priority.
First and foremost, I'm a surgeon. I am the advocate of this child. I'm not an advocate of this technology. Those of us on the front lines, the innovators, the ones who are introducing this technology, have the most responsibility to hold on to the things that make us human beings. Face-to-face contact and being able to read someone's physical cues. Are they comfortable, are they not? That's so important.
Just days after his brain tumor, Jake's surgery went smoothly. He's recovering now and hoping to be seizure-free and back on the basketball court by next season. For the PBS NewsHour, I'm Kat Wise in Oakland, California.